Guys, I've got a video on expanding brackets today, and this is an exercise from chapter 5.5f. A funny story, I just did a 10-minute video on this without pressing record, so this is take number 2. Maybe I can get it right this time. Okay, so when we are expanding brackets, we're talking about when we have an expression that has brackets in it, and it also has a constant term or a pronumeral or a term out the front of the brackets, okay, right next to it. And we know when that's the case, like here for example, when we have a number right next to the brackets, it means that it is multiplying everything inside. Okay, so this is 3a plus 3 times 2, all right, and they're sandwiched right next to each other like that. You could also have a pronumeral by itself out the front, or you could have a term that is a pronumeral and a constant term together, so like 3x or something like that. And we'll do an example of all those in a minute. So when we are expanding, or we can also call it eliminating or getting rid of the brackets, that involves writing an equivalent expression without brackets, okay? So we'll do some examples in a second. I just want to go through this first as well. So I've talked to you in maths. They love giving like special big fancy words to different operations. So in maths we call this process, expanding the brackets, distributive law. And when you think about the word to distribute, that means to sort of share out or spread out, okay? So what we have two examples here of distributive law. So I've got A out the front of B plus C. So that means that A is timesing B, and it's also timesing C. So if I was to expand that, that would be AB plus AC. Okay, so I've expanded that out. Another example of distributive law is if we just have a subtraction in the middle. So same deal. A times B, take away or subtracted AC. AB, take away AC. So let's do some examples. But basically what I'm trying to tell you is that everything inside the brackets is multiplied by the term outside the brackets. Okay, so here I already did these examples in my video that didn't work before, so I'll talk you through them instead of writing them down. But I have 5x plus outside of x plus 3. So to expand that, and I'll actually do this with my pen when I'm doing these questions, 5x plus 5 times 3, and that is 15. Okay, another example. 3 outside of 5a plus 2. So now I have 3 times 5a, 15a, plus 3 times 2, 6. Okay, another example, I have lots of different pronumerals here. So I've got 5a outside of 3p, take away 7q. So because they're all timesing together, my pronumerals can just be sandwiched right next to each other, and I just multiply my numbers as well. So 5a times 3p is 15 AP. I always just encourage people to deal with the numbers first and then the pronumerals after. Take away, because that's my operation here, 5a times 7q, so that's 5 times 7, 35, a q, all my pronumerals together. Okay, just thinking I might do one more example. So let's say I have 2d outside of v plus 3m. Okay, so multiplying each section by the term that's out the front. So 2d times v, that's 2dv, plus 2d times 3m. So 2 times 3, 6, times d times m,